That's the most scientifically accurate term I can think to represent this movie as a clusterfuck.
It's more of a train wreck. Because, like, you can look at a train wreck from 1,000 different ways, and
I
you can
suppose.
describe all the horrible things, but really somebody just kind of has to see it in order to get it, get
Yeah.
the gist of it.
One thing that differs this movie from Batman Forever, Alfred's little side story. How did you feel about that?
It's there's actually some pretty emotional stuff in there where like he's kind of saying, you know, what is Batman, but an attempt to, you know, control death and everything like that. That's like really deep, and he says it.
Yeah.
Kind of like, was this meant for this movie? I mean, was somebody xeroxing, you know, copies of the script and a much better movie got placed in here or something? It's supposed to create tension. Once again, it's a kid's movie. No one major is gonna die. You know, Batman's gonna save the day. So I mean, there's really no tension that it creates, and it's kind of, it feels out of place. It's a very somber moment in a very wacky, silly movie.
Yeah, well, that and the fact that we see he's sick right away. From like the opening scene, we see that he's got something going on with him. You know, he's in pain or whatever.
I love the fact that every time he's not with another character, he's in agony and pain. And later, Alfred, all right, sir. Alfred, someone's at the door. Coming, sir. I like old people in pain, though. Maybe. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, every time that commercial, like, I've fallen and I can't get up, with the old lady, she's on the floor, I burst out laughing. It's the funniest thing in the world.
Well, everything felt like an aside, too. You know, so much of this movie felt like it was just tossed into the last moment. Like, oh yeah, by the way, let's make it so Alfred has the same disease that Mr. Freeze's wife had, so that way Mr. Freeze can cure him.
How do we tie this up?
And and redeem himself. All they were trying to do the whole movie was just to tie everything together.
And Freeze has the cure on him.
Yep.
After a huge battle. And you know what? Batman might beat me. I bet he wants this cure.
Well, and the other thing of it too, I don't know, maybe they were some sort of special glass, but the vials Mr. Freeze kept them in were glass vials inside of his wrist. He throws a lot of punches in this movie.
That's true.
I mean, that could, like, break at any moment, and then guess what? The cure for MacGregor syndrome, stage 1, is down the tubes, and his wife is fucked. If they could have had a scene of just Alfred going to the doctor or something, I don't know, something like that, where, like, he finds out that he may have MacGregor syndrome earlier in the movie, so we know he's keeping the secret from them. It would have been nice to just get maybe a little shout out earlier in the movie, you know, hey, this is what's happening. Okay, so now we as the viewer are also engaged in his story and not just, oh, he's dying, I guess. Nothing we can do about that.
That's a good point, because that bastard is old.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like...
It could be anything.
Like, oh, you're like, alright, he's gonna die. He's 90.
Yeah. Oh, wait, it's MacGregor syndrome. Okay. We can totally do something about that now.
Convenient.
I don't know, it's, like I said, it just feels like everything, you're just trying to tie it all together and just make it all fit perfectly and just jamming the pieces. And
it's almost like it was aimed at an age group that wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Barbara's plan to save up her money and set Alfred free. I don't believe in slavery, so I'm going to buy this person from you.
And she's got an attitude when she shows up, too. She's like...
Oh, yeah, she's ready to go, like... Yeah. Sneaky little thing. But she's awesome, so I'm okay with it.
No, she's not awesome.
Alicia Silverstone's awesome.
No.
Barbara's not awesome, but Alicia Silverstone's awesome. Circa 1997.
Circa 1997.
At least.
She was throwing up in her kid's mouth.
Yeah.
You've kind of pointed out that, you know, this kind of killed Chris O'Donnell's career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, and you're right. I mean, he was, in the first one, it's like, oh, cool, he's Robin. They came around again, I was like, oh, he's Robin.
Yeah.
The guy can't get a job. I mean, now he's on NCIS LL Cool J edition or whatever it is.
Yes, but how long did that take for him to recover? He had one or two movies after Batman and Robin, and then he just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. So did Alicia Silverstone, actually.
Yeah, until she threw up in her kid's mouth.
Yeah, like, I think this movie just killed two careers. One stone.
Uma Thurman, too.
Yep.
She didn't do anything till Kill Bill.
Well, I think it was a combination of this actually and the Avengers.
The better Avengers.
That movie was just, I remember watching that way back, and I was bored throughout that whole movie. Like, maybe I was too young to understand it 'cause it's, based on an English TV show, but...
No, you weren't.
Okay. Because I remember that, and then she just vanished after that, and this just... I'm working with Thurman until Kill Bill.
Vivica A. Fox is in this movie, as well as Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura. Totally awesome.
Pick him out.
And then I think we should also probably address... I know I did it in my Batman Forever review, which nobody has seen because I never actually put it up. But, like...
Yeah, it's been taking forever.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously, though. What happened to Gotham in between Batman Returns and Batman Forever or Batman and Robin? Like, in Batman Returns, Gotham was, I shit you not, one of the darkest cities on Earth. All the buildings were, like, black and gothic, and it looked freaking crazy. And then Batman Forever came around, and it's just like... It looks like Batman Beyond.
It looks like, no, it looks like a Roman goddess designed it. Because there's nothing but naked, strong men holding up buildings. Even the Gotham, like, planetarium, whatever, there's, like, some naked dude holding it up.
Guy holding it. Like, and seriously, how much money does that cost? Does Gotham have that much money? I mean...
I like to think there's one, like, architect who's super into making buff guys.
He's the only architect in Gotham, actually.
Well, it's a Johnson building, you can tell, because there's a naked dude holding it up. Greg Johnson, Gotham's best architect.
So there's that aspect of how Gotham is different. And there's the other aspect of how, for some reason now, all of the sewers and the alleys in Gotham are lit with black lights.
Yep.
And all the gangs have to have paint on their faces at all times. Like, whatever happened to the good old gangs in Gotham, like in Batman, where they were just a bunch of guys in, like, leather jackets that were just bad. They just wanted to rob people. It would be cool to see that, like, all the different sort of gangs of Gotham, I think. Gangs.
Well, there's so much more
sewers.
interesting things going on, Ternes.
Yeah.
You know, there's MacGregor syndrome, and there's...
Plastic ice everywhere.
There's plastic ice everywhere. Oh, and we forgot, the at the end, Freeze has Bane put a bunch of bombs
Oh my god.
around this planetarium or wherever the hell they are.
Yeah, the observatory.
And they look like lightning.
Yeah.
Like
bombs that look like icicles or
plastic icicles.
Plastic icicles or icicles.
What explodes in them? There's like a little...
I don't know, there's a little metal cap on the bottom. Honestly, I don't just want to know what explodes them, but what keeps them held there the entire time? I mean, I guess maybe the ice, but they don't look very stable, to be honest. They could have fallen over at any moment, and then the lighting would have been all screwed up for that scene. Batman would have known immediately if they were bombs, one of them had fallen over.
Yeah.
He's the world's greatest detective. This is one of the most 90s movies I have ever seen in my entire life. So much about this movie just screams mid-90s.
We got Coolio.
Coolio, yep.
Robin's wearing a choker.
Barbara's sweater that she wears when she sneaks out for the first time. It's like a dark sweater with like a horizontal stripe across it.
That's right, I said Chandler was going to try and stop her.
Yep.
Tell her that her and Phoebe were going to get into some hijinks.
Everybody had a sweater like that back in the 90s. I had one. I know a bunch of Power Rangers did too because I watched the shit out of that show. The soundtrack itself is actually pretty 90s from what I remember. We've got Smashing Pumpkins. R. Kelly, Smashing Pumpkins.
Sings a song, Smashing Pumpkins. He screams cowabunga when they...
Yep. Robin even screams cowabunga at
he surfs, which surfing has kind of become a 90s... That's when it became popular thing too. And he screams cowabunga.
Because the 80s were awesome, you know. 1984 alone gave us Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, and Transformers.
And I was born the next year.
I was born the year after that, so...
Well, you were just...
You know, I mean, 85...
Coming off my steak,
85 also gave us Back to the Future, so I mean, the 80s is totally awesome. But for some reason, the 90s is just, like, not a good time. It's just so cheesy. I don't know how to put it.
Nah, I just don't think we've had enough time to be nostalgic about it yet.
Probably. I'm sure at some point in the future.
Because like in the 90s, the 80s was stupid. Now everybody loves it.
That's true. It hasn't become retro yet.
Yeah.
Give it a minute. Well, you know, I mean,
Our kids will have parachute pants and think they're funny.
But I don't know, it's just the whole movie just as a whole. If you haven't seen it, don't or watch it once just to learn the lesson that you should not have seen the movie. If you have seen the movie, I apologize. There's nothing further I can do.
Well, let's do out of 10 bats. What would you give Batman and Robin?
Out of 10 bats, I would give Batman and Robin a 4. Because it's a crap movie, but it still is entertaining to watch because it's just so bad. It's like Mystery Science Theater movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just on a bigger budget.
Yeah, you think it's horrible, but you can't turn it off when you start watching it.
Exactly. How about you? Out of 10 bats, what would you give it?
3 1/4.
3 1/4? Okay, fair enough.
Just because you're way too generous with everything, Ternes, so
I am.
it's got to be off.
Well, plus, I mean, it's Batman, so I'm gonna naturally be more attracted to it because I love Batman. What are you gonna do? Okay, so that's been our review / slaughtering of Batman and Robin. Yeah, so once again, thank you for watching this. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share the video.
Well, sir, this was cool.
Thanks for taking time to chill with me.
Yep.
It's great.
Well,
We need to
hopefully our hand doesn't get frozen like this.
That would be awful.
We've got a cool party to get to.
Yeah. It's gonna be... I got no other freeze puns in you right now.
No.
The Iceman cometh? I can just say that one. I don't know how to work it into conversation, though.
Don't sit next to a dude and say the Iceman cometh.
Jesus, God. Okay.
This is about to become a whole nother video that you're going to have to post on a whole nother website.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever, it's all good.
No, you've already cut all this, hopefully.
I still gotta say it.
We ended it right there, though.
It
was perfect.
No, I can take
dare.
this part. No, but see, I can take this part. It's the magic of editing. I take this part where I say this, and we just move it to later. Like I can put, if I want, I can say, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe at the beginning of the video. I can just cut it out and just magic of editing.
Once again, another different kind of movie.
God damn it.